Alright, first up we're going to have Phantom Striker and Goji. Goji is competing in our Pandora's Mayhem, I believe, for the first time. I don't recall seeing him in our events in the past. Playing Hwoarang and Kuma. It has been so long since we have had a Kuma player here in Pandora's Mayhem. I think Kuma is potentially the best grappler in the game, thanks to his ability to have a lot of variety. He's a hybrid character, so you can play him as a strike-heavy character. He has Rockwell Circus, the headbutt. You will see if we will have Kuma run rampant, as Phantom Striker is a seasoned... What a trade! Phantom Striker is a seasoned veteran in these Pandora's Mayhem, and he is no stranger to facing Hwoarang. After all, he's playing Law. With a Fury Rush, especially the DX variant, it's gonna win a lot. Oh, good! Stopping the dive kick with the flip kick. Remember, against Law, jumping is banned. Linking into Hugo. Law is back, building all this meter. Hwoarang is in bad shape already. DP, nobody home, but Law does not capitalize. Here comes Kuma, wearing those Chicago Bear colors. Phantom Striker deciding to keep in Law as long as he can, not just for the preference of Law being better than Hugo overall in terms of neutral, but also because he wants to build meter for situations like that. EX's Fury Rush floating through Kuma's strings. There are certain parts where it is no longer a true string on block. Kuma tried to reversal out of pressure, but that's what he was waiting for. He just flexed on the bear as Phantom Striker goes up 1-0.
Blue team wins.
By Phantom Striker at the end.
I'm ready.
Hugo's armor isn't frame 1 start, but for reversals like Kuma's Frolicking Bear, where he can time it and absorb that single hit, it can be quite useful indeed. That was an excellent decision from Phantom Striker there. I always love watching Hugo play. Overhead. So that is not completely safe on block, but the timing can be finicky and hit punch depending on the spacing, since the main grease is tough because when Law does his Fury Rush, there is a good amount of pushback on it. That's interesting. So, Law didn't cancel that uppercut, and that was a free punish for it thanks to the sweep. Hwoarang's sweep is so good. Justin Wong shut me out pretty convincingly using mostly Hwoarang's sweep and neutral. He can cancel as well. Hard knockdown. Uh-oh, watch it. That is a frame trap, and it has caught themselves a fish.
You can beat me. Look at my muscles. Will the tide of battle turn?
Okie dokie. So, I'm going to pay attention to Goji's Hwoarang for a little bit, because I do want to give him feedback as well. If he has a chance. Remember, that crouch medium kick of Law does have a creeping hitbox. It comes out fast and actually looks visually. So aggravating. Okay, he got a jump in, but no follow-up. I suppose Law mistimed the flip kick. Phantom Striker not really feeling the pressure right now. Just hang on that life lead even though it's... There you go again! Against Law, jumping is banned. There are no dive kicks against Law, especially since the dive kick slows down Hwoarang's descent, but Law has 2 flips, so even if he missed the first one, he can get a second one pretty easily. Such a good move.
I'm ready. Fight!
Law can flip kick. Depending on the timing, it feels like just do it over and over and over. So if you are approaching Law, it's best to do so on the ground, even though Law does have stuff like crouch medium and stand light kick. We've seen Law go for stand light kick a lot because it's such a fantastic button, as well as crouch medium punch. Goji finally has a life lead. Yep. That was something I did just wrong at ECT because he tried that situation. But if you have a reversal, don't gotta worry about it. Especially Law, who has that air crush stuff. So he caught both of them. Kuma getting started, went for the bite throw from hunting stance, but did it too early and he was paying the price for it. Juggle combo is so sick. Oh, nice! So that time, Kuma held his breath there and didn't go for reversal. He just kind of tested Hugo for a bit, and that was the right thing to do. That armor only has 1 point on it. Alpha counter. Here comes Law. Much better round overall from Goji. This would be first to 5 and this is a round robin. Dragon stance kick. Takes the round for Phantom Striker. This is going to be a first to 5. It's Striker up to 0 right now. I think Goji is finally making adjustments. There were some smart decisions there, especially when it came to beating Hugo's Lariat. A lot of patience. And as Forearm tried to move in, that is when that crouch knee kick came into play. So, yeah, it's rough trying to do this against Law because his neutral is so good, but Forearm is still a better character. His block strings go on seemingly forever, and you have to save your meter specifically to not let Forearm just tee off on you for free. He has something to worry about with the high-low game. He has really good hitboxes and start speeds on his moves. He has one of the best area here in the game as well as his target combo. It's just that Law doesn't really have to jump too much. And of course, Warwang has the sweep, which he will not do because Kuma tried to take out his zone. With a sweep of his own, there's a jump heavy kick waiting for him. Striker now up 3-0.
I'm ready. Fight!
I'll fight you, little one.
I won't hold back.
It's all on the line.
Warwang versus Law. Two of the best characters in the game. Obviously, sweep is very important, as is that crouch medium punch. Uh-oh, there we go again. Against Law, jumping is banned. No free rise. There's that mini slide. Warwang is in for a world of hurt. Tracked the roll as well. Good stuff, Striker. He was in that sweet spot where you can throw people trying to roll out of harm's way on wake up.
Look at my muscles.
Will the tide of battle turn?
If the can't dive kick in, your best bet, obviously, don't be doing that either. Your best, I said obviously. Your best bet is typically, there we go, got an overhead, and here comes Kuma. So much pain. What's he going to be? This time he got the timing for the hunting stance bite. He got himself a fish. Smart. Okay, so he knows when to put the brakes on the block string now. Oh, excellent headbutt from Hunting. Walt is in big trouble right now. Oh no, too far away. I like the idea. There's armor on that move too. Rockin' and rollin', slippin' and sliding. Unfortunately, it is right into Hugo's waiting arms. So what you do now is you are... Oh, there you go. You caught Hugo, and now here comes Warong. I like that. Kuma's strings you can do on whip, so when you do it like that, the move actually comes out faster visually than it would if you just hit them. That's how I catch people with Heihachi's target combo a lot as well and wake up, because the overhead will come out faster than if it just hit them regular. The full target combo. Finally, Goji has a round. Let us see how Striker responds. Now he knows it's for real. Watch it. Counter. Warong in big trouble. You go back your way, and Warong goes down. It is now 4-0 Striker.
Beat me.
Team wins.
I'm ready.
Striker just needs one more game to defeat Goji in this round robin.
I won't hold back.
Let us see if Goji can do the miraculous
It's all or
and
nothing.
do the reverse 5-0. Because right now, Striker seems to give him the straight 5-0, and coming with the DP that Law this time does punish is not the most ideal situation for Goji to be in. I also like approaching with the light hunting block. Oh, chased him with the junkyard, another ridiculous setup that Law has. And I like the idea. It's another thing I'm worried about with Law because that junkyard has a good deal of priority on it, along with all its range. And it has a variety of uses as well. Nice. Hugo wanted to get fancy with the command normal. Kuma wisely ducking his head. Oh no, that's it! Kuma went for a crouching normal, and that's where the special stun comes into play off the third strike knee. You don't see that every day. But Striker has made a point to try and get that set up as much as he can to show people what it can do. Kuma tried to start some pressure. EX Visira says, none of that, sir. Backbreaker. Where are we going? It's time to absorb the strike again. Up! You swung! Maybe you was expecting Kuma to put the brakes on it. But now, you're in a really bad spot. I like that block string from Quaron, but that's exactly why you keep Meter on deck in case you got out of that situation. Quaron tried to wave dash in, and again, crouch medium kick was waiting for him. Striker is now on set point.
Sharpen your senses.
Do you have what it takes?
This time he did not catch him with the flip kick. Quaron getting a full jump-in combo. And here comes Kuma. EX's Fury Rush, none of that, sir. Do not be hunting me. EX's Fury Rush this time from crouch medium kick. What a disastrous exchange for Goji. Third strike knee, that was not a... I don't think it was a win. But it got the job done. Don't press anything, good. Law caught Goji unaware with that earlier. Fearlessly, Law boosts the victory.
Open your soul to the
5-0
battle.
Striker. Let's see what happens next. Coldman Russo and Homeless Dragon. Homeless Dragon has won so many Pandora's Mayhem events, in addition to EVO 2018 and many other events apart from that. He is one of the best players to ever do it, and he has done so usually with Rubus and Ibuki. Today, Ibuki will run point with Asuka in the back. I saw this team earlier of a different player. And Ibuki on point, now that the game has matured a lot, I'm starting to see more benefits with the OS into launcher from Crouch Light Punch. Such a good hitbox. Namely on Ibuki's end. I think Asuka on point is not quite as good, but Asuka's a good character, and I like the strings that Asuka is doing. Asuka can change up her strings thanks to the boost combo system and end it safe no matter what, depending on what she's doing to either confirm into a hit or confirm into, okay, it's time to stop now and get my turn back with a safer ending. Ibuki is back, chasing down the backdash. Still Ibuki sparing. How will Abel get out of this? She jumps away. And Ibuki also has a mean slide. It's sneaky. Leads to big damage too, just like Laws. Abel needs to, I like that, having a very active forward-hitting light attack to stop slides. Didn't stop it long enough, though.
Don't blink!
In fact, I don't know. I think it would stop a slide. Because that hitbox on the slide is a little bit strange. It's really... Oh, okay. I'm not sure what he was looking for there. But Holmes is fortunate that Russo didn't punish him worse, especially because Dudley has these resources. Asuka is here. Asuka gets hit. Holman Russo gets a throw. Holman Russo about to start his offense. He wants to slowly let the stairs sink in and play with his enemies by nullifying red health. We're desperate, but watch your feet, the standing normal starter. Huh? Such terrifying pressure options with Asuka in the back. Good. Don't get away with that for free. Like using command. Oh no! I like using the command grab up until that overhead happens. And again, Asuka has a lot of ways to hurt you from that overhead. The fact she steps forward the way she does makes it a little more terrifying. Wheel kick to make Ibiki guess it, I suppose. However, it is still Holmes' game to lose. Raida, that is a 2-frame punish. Forward heavy kick. I'm not sure what Abel wanted, but it could have been that. Crouch light into EX fast kicks. Take game 1 for Holmes Dragon. It's called Sumijin kicks. It's the Tatsu's where she can... Either way, Ibuki's kicks, the fact that she can end them in a way that lets her keep her turn, I think it's 0 on block, the one that Ibuki is using. That's really good. And it's very methodical of Holmes to do it because there is a gap between when she does a normal and when she ends in those kicks. And she can make opponents flinch a little bit. Like, I've tried to alpha counter through it, but because of that gap, alpha won't come out the way you think it would. And that means you get hit for free. However, speaking of hit for free, Ryder's getting thrown for free. What a fantastic round from Holman Russo. No mercy. Dang. I was talking about how good Ibuki's kicks are. Abel came in and kicked her rear end. Pay closer attention. Uh-oh. What were you pressing? I like this. Smart. Again! This could be a quick game 2. Ibuki is hemorrhaging right now. Perfect. Fantastic round. Fantastic game from Coleman Russo. That was a perfect.
It takes more than strength.
Holy Toledo. Taking the champ to the limit already. It's now tied at 1. I was theory fighting about how Abel would stop Ibuki's approach, and sure enough, stand light kick was the way to do it. Excellent link and confirm afterwards. And so, Milkless Dragon, aka Homeless Dragon, has benched Asuka. Even though Asuka didn't see any screen time, clearly, Homeless Dragon realized that Ibuki needed to take her place on the bench. Or at least in the second unit, because Rufus is the #1 option on point. I've talked about how good Rufus is this game many times over. Not just for the dive kick stuff, but the fact that Normal's got buffed so much thanks to the European Cancer Streetfighterxtekken. You cannot sleep on Rufus, especially when it comes to the ways he sets up partners. Ibuki chased after the bouncing enemy to get that right at the end, forcing Dudley to the corner as quickly as possible. Boom, boom, boom. Raida again. Oh! Okay, so he got the counter hit, or Ibuki got the counter hit, and even though the combo didn't happen, it was enough of a gap to make Dudley careless, and the overhead into combo finished off Dudley. Nice. Boom. Boom. Hyperwalk and ended with that. So much damage. It definitely smarted, that's for sure. starting off with crouch in kick into EX Galactic Tornado. Look what the damage it did. Just as I was talking about the dominant round. Oh no! Still pressing buttons so the armor didn't last long enough. I was talking about the dominant round of Coldman Russo a game ago, and now it's a perfect on Homeless Dragon's end. He is now up 2-0. So it was very smart of Homeless Dragon to change his approach, because Rufus is such a good point character.
My fists will give you amnesia.
Giving your all is the mark of a true champion. En garde, s'il vous plaît.
Rufus versus again. Rufus does not need the dive kick in every matchup to put pressure on the opponent. It's a very specific situation. When you're at certain spots, Rufus can just as easily pester you with standing normals. Look how hard it is to punish consistently. When Rufus is after me, I have to kind of dash forward and hit Rufus with a fast, far-reaching move. And it varies from character to character because Rufus, even though he looks tall, he's actually short. So you have to consider the hitbox he has, or the hurtbox he has, I should say, when using recovery from situations like what you just saw. It can be rough. I would have thought Machine Gun Load was the answer as well, but it didn't reach far enough. Pressure's still building. On top of that, Homeless Dragon has full immunity to whatever he wants. Even one stock could take out Abel. No anti-air that time. Well, there you go. Forcing his way in with EX Tackle. Time for Oki. Waking up with Snake Strike. That is safe. And Ibiki is going to take advantage of Abel's ignorance to that fact. Careful. Nice and soft. Once Rufus dive kicked in, again, the dive kick is not plus on block, but it's safe enough on block to start block pressure. This cannot be won. Time is about to end. Just keep doing that. It won't matter. It won't matter.
I won, loser.
Don't blink!
Good! Okay, that time I was looking for the dive kick. As I mentioned earlier, I think the dive kick would be as important for Rufus because that could happen. And it happened again. However, when Dudley got greedy trying to go for a high-low mix, that is when the Eastman sidekick happened. You have to keep track of Homeless Dragon's bar. He will go for Eastman sidekick when his meter is high enough. And just when he's facing me, I've looked for it so much, he just saves his bar knowing I'm trying to chase it. Oh no! Light! The jab stopped the armored tackle? Goodness gracious, that is a really good move. I didn't expect that. My assumption is the armor has startup to it, and at the very tip of the startup, that's where that crouch light connected. And it reached so gosh darn far. What a hitbox. Smart. Put some frame traps on him until... Oh, you caught him! Put some frame traps on Abel until he was confident enough that she could finish the job. That's exactly what she did. It is now 3-1 Homeless Dragon. For Steven, Fox, and Abel. I have seen Coldman Russo use Dudley Steve, Abel Steve,
En garde, s'il vous plaît.
Dudley Abel. I've seen Lars in rotation as well. But I know him mostly for Dudley, Steve, and Abel. And I envy him for having such a good Steve. There's so much you have to do with Steve because his inputs are all over the place. Because every button and every special counts in terms of how his combos work. It's easy for your fingers to get twisted if you don't know what you're doing.
Too easy.
Smart alpha counter. Crazy. Okay, that's smart. I said stand light kick is super important for characters like Ibiki, where she... Never mind. I was going to say, Abel, I thought had the answer with stand light kick. then Ibiki, nope, that was a fluke. Here's your OS launcher from the jab. Perfect spacing on these block strings from Homeless Dragon. This is why he's the champ. Caught up again with the OS launcher. I was saying earlier, there's a newer player on Discord who's been playing Ibiki, and they already have that OS launcher from Crouch Jab on
What
lock.
will happen next?
Such a good tactic. And I don't think I have added in the complete dossier. So, I keep saying I'm going to update it. I will soon at this point because 2023 is going to be a very important year for Cross Tekken. I'll be at Capcom Cup discussing what we do for Cross Tekken in terms of Capcom's support. And as such, I'll make sure the guidebook is updated in preparation for how that manifests. Smart. I said earlier, this is where the finger twisting combos come in. However, the not so finger twisting for Coleman Russo. Just one confirm into the ducking light punch into EX Sonic Fang. Look how much damage that did. Got hit once, got hit twice, chasing down with the Rekka. Smart stuff. I think he's found his punish. Again, to confirm, it's not from stand light. What an adjustment from Coleman Russo. Interesting little conversion right there, too, from Homeless Dragon. But right there could have ended in the EX Tornado. However, there is an EX Tornado that happened, just not the one Rufus wanted. Tornado throw has Rufus in a bad spot. He wanted to press something. EX Tackle said, whatever you pressed, I just beat it. What a set. What a performance so far from Coleman Russo.
There's no turning back.
Uppercut. Uh-oh. Yep, not your turn either. I know. Rufus keeps his turn such a long time. Okay, this time he got the EX parry, and it led to a trade, which led to a much easier combo. No tag necessary. How beneficial for Steve and Coleman Russo. The immediate punch, such a good button. And thanks to the frame advantage offers, Ibiki tried to move forward only to get boosted on. It is now 3-2 Homeless. Coleman Russo narrows the deficit. Coleman Russo is such a strong player. Now, they'll be talking about Steve more because I think Coleman Russo, Steve.
I'll take on any challenge that you got.
Coleman Russo, Steve.
En garde, s'il vous plaît.
I was having a tier list argument. I think Steve has been overrated a lot in the past because of all the cool things he can do. But it takes so much work to put the opponent in a position to really fall for all this stuff because his high-low game isn't real. And a lot of what he does is just being patient and walking carefully. But he does have some good pokes, just not really good for catching people at their feet. Crouch medium punched a good button. Crouch light punch isn't too bad. Crouch medium punch is how he tends to start a lot of his offense because it has a good hitbox and it has a good deal of priority as well. Oh no. Rufus punishes the flicker. He's trying, that's not even safe either. Friday is 2 frames. Don't lose. They're trading very active, very fast attacks. So there's not going to be much whip punishing. Just throwing out a move and hoping the hitbox is favorable and hoping the start was favorable too. This round so far, all Coleman Russo. That's a punish. But not a full conversion. Tried forcing his way with the double kicks, but it was a trade. Anti-airing with the crouch heavy punch. And that was it! Oh no! Thought Coleman Russo had it, but Ibiki sliding in. It's still her turn, and Abel fell for it. Perfect spacing every time from that slide. This time, Abel putting on some frame advantage of his own with the forward medium kick going in, and then EX tornado throw. That forward kick is super plus. Oh, what a jump in! Maybe Abel was expecting a dive kick. I don't blame him. And also the fact that it has such a weird floaty jump. What looks like a jump in your face might be a cross-up.
My body!
Homeless Dragon is up
Wins.
4-2. He needs one more game to take this set. Rufus. Okay, Colban Russo is going to Cody. Hmm.
Man, what a drag.
Okay, so I will admit Cody is a better point character
On guard,
than
Steve.
Steve. I said earlier, Steve doesn't have much in terms of on point, and again, his pressure is a lot of blocking and not falling for those gaps he has with his peekaboo and his flicker, because he can add frame advantage he doesn't have normally thanks to his stance cancels. But he's out of the picture. Here comes Cody. Cody also has a bunch of frame advantage. It all depends on getting him close enough to hit people with things like Torpedo Punch and the like. Bruce doesn't have to worry about that because here comes Ibuki. Don't be jumping too much on Cody. Against Cody, to a lesser extent than Law jumping is banned. Back medium punch is a fantastic anti-air. If it had air crush, it'd be really nasty. For now, it just stuffs things. It doesn't need to anything, that was just a pure punish. Ibuki went for launcher, there's nobody home. Cable back in. That's a punish. There we go. Good anti-air. Try to force me in with the forward heavy kick, but you can duck under that. You do it pressing buttons. Oh no! Ran out of juggle points! Or Rapto, she was too high in the air. The hitbox on the ruffian kick wasn't high enough. Hate to see it happen. Kick. Good neutral jump. And he got a follow-up. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough. Bringing in Rufus once more. Oh no. EX knocked nobody home. Homeless Dragon is on set point. Let's see what happens next. Dive kick, only to eat a jump heavy kick. Sadly, no float stake. Watch your feet! Micro walk and all the damage. So much pain, there is only pain, as Gojira would say. And Ibuki is running over. Good luck. Ibuki is running over Colban Russo like a kaiju. However, the city has defenses. Goes in once more, and again, couldn't get the ender. So usually in that situation, I go for back medium punch, and then crouch heavy punch into ruffian kick. Maybe the mediums ran a juggle punch? That's a weird situation. That happened twice. I'm going to assume the ruffian kick was, again, too low in the ground. Ooh, what a quarter combo. Caught high in the air with that stand heavy kick and got the palms. It's not a common combo, but still fun to watch. Rufus tries to time jumped in on. Situation very quickly for Rufus. Bad spot to be in. Wake up snake strikes, nobody home. Abel ducked low enough and managed to get a punish. What a fantastic turn of events for Pulver's until that happened. Opened up by the combined might of Bruce and Ibuki. Highs and lows everywhere. Homeless Dragon takes this set 5-2. What a clinic from the champion. So next up is going to be Homeless Dragon and Goji. Homeless Dragon seems to be, I won't say playing this food, I think he wants the people around him to learn and get better. And as such, he's going to use opportunity to improve his other characters as well. Which is good for everyone. After all, this is a round robin first to 5, a little more time to experiment and see what works. And once you know your comfort level, you can move forward from there. It's time to go all in. You'll know when. Homeless Dragon is going with the hidden team of Ibuki and Rolento. I'll admit, when I saw this pairing, I was like, what? But then I remembered that Ibuki actually cosplays as Rolento in Pocket Fighter. And I kind of like the dynamic they have in this game. Remember Lento being like the tough but fair uncle, and he's really very proud of Ibuki and her progress. It's so wholesome. And speaking of wholesome, here is the bear getting pummeled by the uncle, and it's time for the hot prospect, the prize pupil Ibuki, to weather the storm, a ride-up for Kuma on the way out, and a deep jump in for Ibuki. As Suara moves in, there was no back medium punch waiting for him. Unfortunately, there was EX Neckbreaker waiting for Kuma. Not sure what he was pressing. Maybe it was something to stop the hunting stance? And shouts to Capcom for adding that unique post-move animation for Ibuki dusting herself off after EX Neckbreaker. They have animations like that everywhere now in Street Fighter, but in Cross Tekken it wasn't quite that common. But Ibuki probably was notable in my opinion. Situation there. I'm assuming that Ibuki wanted to go for the tar combo, but didn't stand up quite fast enough. Uh-oh. Don't get complacent. Ibuki can just easily run behind you and open you up like a can of tuna. And speaking of tuna, Kuma heard it was lunchtime, and he's eating alright. He's eating a footful and fistful of pain. Probably not the meal that will go down easy for him. There's a ride-up to help your digestion. Okay, a back claw. What a counter hit as well! I forgot that move had special stun on it. I believe that was the crouch heavy punch. Ibuki used, I guess, not the... Are you doing it? Yeah. Homeless Dragon has done this before. He did it to me as well. Ibuki, once she is in motion, she is hard to stop, especially if you have to chase after her to stop a life deficit. Homeless Dragon is up 1-0.
Prepare for battle, soldier! Search and destroy!
I have talked about Ibuki enough. Let's talk about Rolento a bit. Early in Cross Tekken's lifetime, Rolento was a force to be reckoned with, especially when it came to time overs. And that has not changed too much for 2013. His moves have lost a little bit of priority, whether it be retracted hitboxes, not as much frame advantage, but he's still a character that relies more on eating the timer than he does doing raw damage. He does have some decent damage, and he builds meter well thanks to having moves like Rekka's, as well as lengthy strings. But overall, his job is going to be to set up his partner. Typically, you would have Rolento in the front and Ibuki in the back. But again, Homeless Dragon is testing the waters by having Ibuki in the front and Rolento in the back. And also, it's a chance for Homeless Dragon to show that Ibuki can be played at either position. I personally see him as a favorite character, but it is hard to ignore the lengthy work that Homeless Dragon has done to optimize for neutral when applicable. A lot of characters having trouble stopping it. Good overhead as well. Got the combo. Good job blocking. It's hard to tell if that situation's going to be a cross-up or a front attack. But Goji blocked correctly. Goji is out. No link though. But overhead and got the combo. But not the follow-up. The throw break from Ibuki. Back me to punch. Yep. Automatic. Good job block across. Well, raw launcher! Make the most of it. Make the most of it. What opportunity for Goji. What a follow-up. 2 goals every day. Good throw break. That would have been Ibuki in the dirt for sure. I'm going to try and finish this. They punish. Oh, another big jump in. And just like that, time for chip out. Or just get hit. Yeah, when Ibuki goes to the air like that during cross-look, you know it's coming. There is no escape most of the time. And that time, Kuma just got hit. No chip out necessary. Homeless Dragon Always a treat to watch. Okay, there were some good adjustments there from Goji. Goji caught Homeless Dragon off guard a few times, especially when it came to the high-low game and the launcher as well. I've always had trouble trying to find that sweet spot to pressure Ibuki. But at the same time, I play a slow high-low character and a fast character with good pokes, but not quite Ibuki fast. Bison's pokes tend to have a little more priority. Other than it comes to OS launcher. That situation, I have to be careful, and I can't jump too much either, or else I will just get back being punched on. The situation where when Ibuki is in my face like this, I have to wait my turn and prepare to stand like at any given time, since that is Bison's fastest and one of the better hitbox on his normals. Most everyone here in this Discord can stop Bison's standing kick as well. The hurt box is so extended. Ibuki putting pressure on. Okay, stopping the dashing stuff with tracks with a regular throw. I should try that sometime, I suppose. I forgot you could do that, but good stuff. I guess the way to stop it. Oh no. So, yeah, he's fortunate that it didn't end in a wall. That would end the ground bounce. Big damage in any situation. Oh, now you're just being mean. Now you're just being mean. And the AI threw a knife too to add insult to injury.
What will happen next?
Ah, launcher! Raw launcher again. What a raw launcher! Almost Dragon, you're killing me here. You're killing Farwag as well. My goodness. Extending this as long or as short as he can. Homeless Dragon is putting on a clinic and now letting Goji come back. How courteous of him. Throw break. Yeah, that could have ended a long time ago. But Homeless Dragon wants Goji to kind of learn a lesson. Oh! Or see what he's got. This should be... You could have ended it right there in Super. And now you're going to give Homeless Dragon a chance to come back? I don't know, Goji. You could end that with a fart in the face. Good. Good job not falling for it, but not a good punish. What a start to this round. But now I guess Homeless Dragon is done messing around. But he's not getting that link at all. Let's see again. Oh, you're going for it. Okay, I was expecting more kunai. This time Ibuki said, let me just go for the super, and that should do the job. And it did. Almost Dragon a 3-0. What a start to that round, though. Launcher after launcher with the...
Prepare for battle, soldier! Search and destroy! I won't hold back.
Are you ready?
Okie dokie. I'm gonna focus on Horwang again. This is smart. This is smart. Unfortunately, that happens a lot. Ibuki has such good dash under options. Huge enough right there. Ibuki wasn't waiting for it, so no back medium punch. I guess if Goji optimized a bit more, this would be a more menacing situation for Homeless Dragon. But alas. Again, could have been a bigger punish there for sure. Too far away. One of the weaknesses of Ibuki is that her proximity can be kind of finicky. And that's usually when she falters. Smart. We saw earlier that he reversal through that string, and that's exactly what Ibuki was waiting for, ending in super and stopping the Megaton Claw.
You can't back down now.
ended right up. Here comes Oki. Throw.
I'm good.
Good job breaking it. It can be messy sometimes because Ibiki also has some good meat attacks as well. So good job guessing correctly on what you wanted to do. Ibiki did not get the anti-air. Ibiki is sitting the bar, not going for any alpha counters just yet. Throw number 1. Ibiki rolls out. Oh, what an interrupt! That could have been right there. All these medium kicks. Then all these medium kicks, you can't raw launch it either. Oh man, Ibiki, it's always something with you. What a situation. So now Homeless Dragon is just showing off additional eccentricity by having a crouch medium kick that you cannot raw launch. Or at least not raw launch in a way you would other situations. Usually that's reserved for slides. Speaking of slides, Kuma just sliding in with that hunting stance and getting the grab, opening up Ibiki as well. Doji definitely knows some frame traps. Raw launcher, nobody home again. Homeless Dragon hangs on, he is now up 4-0.
Blue team wins.
Relento, for the most part, sat on the sidelines that whole Game 4. We'll see how much he shows up and what could be a deciding Game 5 for Homeless Dragon.
And destroy.
I won't hold back.
It's all or nothing.
That's one.
A sweep from Horong. Overhead, nobody home. Another sweep from Horong. Such a good move. Sweep, sweep, overhead. Or sweep, sweep, throw. Is there an overhead in Ibiki's future? Phone. Stop. Good job with the air target combo. Got that float state and got a fall on top of it. Horong didn't know what the open was going to be and gets demolished with a target combo. Homeless Dragon is on set point.
Will the tide of battle turn?
Shape up.
Sweet. So, I mentioned in other streams... Oh, that lingered a long time. Yes, that crouch BM kick is meaty as well. Because that's how Homeless Dragon won the Machirino League. Yeah, I was saying earlier that Ibiki can use the jump cancel frames to cancel into specials to keep her turn after target combos that she wouldn't otherwise in typical situations. Homeless Dragon moves forward 5-0. Next up is going to be Coldman Russo and Goji.
Is the mark of a true
Coldman Russo going with Dudley
God,
and Abel.
stupid.
Goji will be returning with
I won't
Farong
go back.
and Kuma. I have seen a lot of promise from Goji in the last few sets I have commentated so far for this Pandora's Mayhem. We'll see if he can synthesize that promise into a victory in this first of 5 set, this round robin. So Goji, I've seen him do some good strings, I've seen him do some good block strings as well. You saw he knows his frames as well, and Coleman got caught up in it. Right now he is stuck in a throw loop for hunting stance. He would try throwing in a hit there, Dudley didn't bite, but he did, however, get opened up the target combo into big, perfected death. Wonderful stuff from Goji, dropping a perfect on Coldman Russo.
You can't back down now.
Right now, Huarong will be attempting off. You have to be careful there. I've said earlier that delay can bite you in the butt with a game that has so many quick recovery anti-airs, or in Dudley's case, a hierarchy anti-air, the uppercut. A conversion from an elbow as well. Abel is in. Wrong trying to hold his ground, but gets tossed. This time he just got meaty with the crouched light. Coleman Russo doesn't drop a perfect on Goji, but he does get momentum back in his favor all the same.
Strength to win the battle.
Who will come out on top?
Okie, let's see how Coldman managed to take round 3 if he can. Kick out Goji, uppercut, destroying Warlong's pressure on Wake Up. However, Warlong fires back with a combo, spending some bar on top of it, and activating his attack gem. That's a crossover at the exact same time. This could be... Oh, no, it's... Didn't have the hard attack and Kuma did the job. Oh, no whip punish. And tie right now. Dudley barely managed to get out of harm's way. Eva's got finished all in his lonesome. There's so much ground to make up. But then to do it's Coleman, a lot of explosiveness, especially when it comes to his Oki. He'll get that knockdown. He did a shimmy, got the overhead, and now he's going to spend some bar. Build that damage, try to make his back. A side switch, probably not intentional, but that's why through American turn, there's American reset. Kuma is in. Warlong says, I am choking this away. Kuma, it's your turn to try and recover this. More like the 80s Bears, not the current Bears, because you'll notice this palette, because Tekken has custom colors. This Kuma has the Chicago Bears colors on. So it's starting to look rough right now. Is it? Oh no. You're hoping for the refrigerator. In reality, it's Rex Grossman choking this away. What a comeback from Coldman Russo, ending in the cross art. And Dudley's gonna put some of that Hajime no Ippo type upon him as Dudley Ippo gives him the big upper at the end. Coldman is up 1-0, not 2-0. I didn't clear my scoreboard from last time. How about Coldman Russo just brushing off that perfect in round 1 and getting momentum back for round 2, and when it looked like Goji about to get the win, Coldman Russo kept his composure and took the win away from Goji in a very rude manner. Smart. So various machine gun blows have various degrees of block stun. The light machine gun blow is generally the safest on block. So it is intelligent of Dudley to make the opponent remember that. And numbers. Oh no! Goji had the right idea going for that EX Dynamite heal, but he did it too early, so the hit didn't come in the way expected. You saw Harlem didn't swing at the machine gun blow there. Because he wanted to get caught at the end. That time, he just got caught raw, and that was enough for Coldman to take the round.
Is that truly?
You can't be swinging buttons on Dudley from any range. Because he had machine gun blow, and also because he can use machine gun blow, doesn't feel like using the EX variant, he can just tag cancel into his partner and set up even more damage, as well as get himself in trouble. Still his turn, still his turn. Okay, finally pushback comes to play. Neutral's reset up until Horon tried to throw an overhead just out in the open. Tried again, got caught yet again. Abel to try and finish this. A big DP, and Abel didn't punish it. Here comes Kuma. What a fortunate turn of events for Goji. And as a reminder, there are some anti-airs that Kuma can do from that position. He can also cancel Falcon Bear, which has air crush properties. So much momentum going back and forth. So it's smart to, yeah, there's no one right there. He has the big tower uppercut. That's an interesting little situation right there. I don't see the swing anti-air that much, but it did. That is a target combo from certain spaces. Coleman trying to take momentum back, and he is doing a good job thus far. Watch it. Uh-oh, there we go again. You cannot be in a position where Dudley can easily machine gun blow you or disaster happens. Coldman is now up 2-0 proper.
Truly all that you're capable of? is the mark of a true champion. En garde, s'il vous plaît.
This is 2 games now. Goji has come close to sealing the deal. He has shown so much promise, but every time it looks like he's about to take something, there's the wrong call on Wake Up, and that is where Coldman capitalizes with jab confirms, or just hit confirm in general, or the right kind of reversal. If there is a way Goji can figure a way to maintain momentum after knockdowns, then he can keep that momentum, and raw launcher, he can keep that momentum and get some more consistent victories. So I'm definitely seeing, like, it's 2-0 Coleman right now, but it's closer than it looks. I'm seeing a lot of good stuff from Goji. And I do hope Goji sticks with us in our next event, because our next event's going to be a simultourney where I will be having people play offline at my setup at the cave in Fairfax area, Virginia, and they'll be playing people not just offline, but online in the Discord for our tournament. I did that back in November for the last chance qualifier for Max Arena League, and it was just a good reception. For now, though, Coltman is going to attempt to ride his momentum as much as he can.
Will the tide of battle turn?
It was all Dudley last time, but now Abel is playing more of a role because now he has to, because Dudley was put on the ropes a lot more quickly than before. A lot quicker than before, I should say.
What was that?
My grammar is not what it used to be, ladies and gentlemen, but I will do my best to be the best orator that I can. Ba, ba, boom. Nice. Da, boom, ba, boom. Gonna go for a side switch right there. Yeah, you want to keep Kuma near the wall as much as you can. You don't want to give Kuma running space. Because Kuma... Yeah. That could have been a punish right there. Uh-oh! What are you doing? I suppose Abel misread when the stream was about to end and got clobbered from the Megaton Claw. That is a solid game for Goji. Kuma has varying degrees of advantage depending where he ends that target combo and which Megaton Claw he ends with. And of course he has the grappling stuff with Rock and Roll Circus. As a reminder, the headbutt will only grab people standing. Rock and Roll Circus has less damage, but it hits standing or crouching, and has really, really good range as well. On top of that, he has the Hunting Bite, which is really good for attracting people and trying to roll away. Speaking of throws, here comes Abel. Abel catching Kuma again. So when Coleman does those crouch light, there's some meaty factor to it. So it's coming out a little bit faster than it might look visually. Uh-oh, that's major! Got the EX Dynamite heal, and that will not take it! That will, though. Do another Dynamite heal for frame advantage, and caught him trying to get away or do something. A crouch light has put Goji on the board. It is now 2-1 Coleman Russo. Cold Man rings look nice. His strings in general looks like he's been labbing them. He knows what's going to work, what's optimal, and what's helping him push the opponent to the corner. So you see him like dash certain ways to be in the position to either catch a roll or keep pressure going if they don't roll to stand up regular. So it's just Cold Man Russo's a very strong player. As is Goji. Let's see if Goji can ride this win to some momentum. It's still early in the set. Goji could easily start running away with this and make his mark finally in this bracket. Boom. And I just realized that Coleman is now playing Steve. Good frame trap right there. That close medium punch has a lot of plus frames on block. And you saw what happens if you flinched. All that health vanishing. I said earlier, Steve gets my fingers in the knot because of how his combos work and how every single version of each special you use in said combo matters, as well as each button. But watching him get synthesized into a character is so much fun. So I appreciate Cold Man Russo bringing him out there. Oh, cross counter. And And not maybe the alpha counter either, just the actual cross counter from Dudley that he's always had in his career. Another YOLO machine gun blow, bringing Steve in perfect position to get those corner loops going, only for him to drop it, no worries, still an advantage. So you notice that he's ending in the light upper rather than the medium upper. The light upper has the advantage to it, and that should be how you end most of your Steve strings, to be honest, unless you have a big, long confirm saying, okay, he's hit, I can get this link in to get the big juggles going. Yeah, that one. That is Steve's main way of keeping his turn after he realized, okay, he's blocking, because he didn't really have much in the way of a high-low game, so he has to rely on the opponent getting impatient during these block strings for him to get all these openings that you're seeing right now. Boom, boom, boom. What a throw. Unfortunately, Dudley rolls out, doesn't get thrown back in the corner. Not the space you want to do it at. I mean, it's a good move depending where you are, but from that range, it's not going to do anything. Dudley's in no rush. Look, time is running out. Something has to happen, and Coleman realizes this is his round to lose. There is no way he's going to lose this. Coleman takes momentum back. It is now 3-1 Coleman Russo.
Red team wins.
So, Coleman has the lead. I mean, he had the lead before, but now it's starting to build. 3-1 Coleman Russo. I won't count out Goji. I'm seeing too many good things from Goji that I elaborated on a moment ago, that I would not be surprised if he wins this game. Raw launcher! Get that out of my face. Like that. I'm seeing too many good things from Goji to count out entirely. And there's... I think what he needs is just more match experience. Because there are some things, like again with Dudley, he's getting caught a lot by YOLO machine gun blow from almost full screen or mid-screen, that situation, that he flinches and then momentum dies and goes completely in Coleman's favor. Right now, though, he has the life lead. I want to see how he handles this string. That's smart. One throw, overhead. Another throw. Oh no, mashed out! You hate to see it happen. No, oh come on. Okay, that was Goji's round to lose. But because Coleman was mashing out on Wake Up, that's how momentum shifts. And this has blown me up a lot too. I'm not holding it against Goji for having that happen. Because that happens to me a lot with Heihachi, especially in recent months. Every time I want to get my high-low game going on Wake Up, the opponent is mashing jab, and then I am in a bad spot. So you have to be very careful with your timing to match the active frame. Oh, no! Raw launcher, but he just got stopped at it on from the peekaboo stance. Unfortunately for Coleman, it wasn't enough to convert. A little bit too much pushback, and maybe Coleman mistimed what he wanted to do. He didn't mistime that, though. EX Sonic thing from the dash light upper. So the light uppercut from dashing is EX or super cancelable, which is very important for any of Steve's confirms, being that the light upper is his most consistent block string ender.
Blue team wins.
It's always a treat watching high-level Steve.
Giving your all is the mark of a true champion.
I'll take on any challenge that you got. I won't hold back.
Coleman Russo is one game away from taking this set. I said earlier, Goji could get momentum back, but it's going to be hard because Coleman is such a good player. I've said earlier about all the good things Goji does. Coleman Russo does that too. A slight smattering with machine gun blow. I said earlier that Machine Gun Blow has varying degrees of block stuff, depending which one he does. And because of... Ooh, no. Thankfully, it wasn't worse for Goji right there. That could have been a big punish. Boom, ba, da, 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 boom. Not enough meter to bring in Kuma. Doesn't need it, though. This is a big life lead that Goji is sitting on. Nice sweep. Not quite enough space. And now Coldman Russo is battering Goji Swarong with that target combo. Stop that. Stop that! If at first you don't succeed, try again. And no one tries harder than Coldman Russo. He is now one round away from taking this set. Let us see if he can get that last point.
Will the tide of battle turn?
Give it your best.
Nice. I love that link into his Machine Gun Blow. Coleman Russo is so good at all this confirmed. They never drop, ever, it feels like. Oh, what a trade. Got that big overhead. Chasing the roll. Got himself a fish. And he didn't get himself anything that time. He just got hit with a Thunderbolt. That is something that Goji's had trouble with for a number of different sets now. The timing on his Oki throws are a little bit off, or they're too early, and then disaster strikes because some kind of reversal or mashup happens. And then he can't get momentum back. Because Coldman in particular is very good at keeping his momentum. However, Goji has momentum thrown on his side right here. That's going to be a big, very necessary round. It is not over yet, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all or nothing now.
Again, he's been caught so much with Go Machine Gun Blows and the big elbow from up high. What a move. That's a great air-to-air as well, in case I haven't said that enough the last year or so. Now, it's not enough to stop the DP again with the old Machine Gun Blow. However, Morgan just matches out, and so does Dudley. EX Jet Upper linking into EX Machine Gun Blow. How will Steve finish this? He does with the frame trap, the Oki trap. Close medium punch into death.
We can keep at this, but it'll end the same.
Coleman Russo moves forward 5-1. Okay, Goji, it was great to see you. You've got so much promise, and I better see you. Okay, so now we are going to have Phantom Striker and Homeless Dragon. Phantom Striker, no introduction necessary. Law and Hugo. Homeless Dragon, also no introduction necessary. Ibiki and Asuka. So, again, because they first to 5, Homeless Dragon feels it prudent to experiment more with other characters since he is comfortable with his main team, Rufus Ibiki. He might as well use the opportunity to have more games to give his other characters more time out in the field. I've seen it with Poison, I've seen it with Marduk. Asuka is a newer pick for this tournament. I don't see him on Asuka quite as much, but clearly this is someone that Homeless Dragon does have familiarity with, assuming we see Asuka whatsoever, because right now this is all Ibiki. Not intimidated whatsoever by Law's top-tier ways. Look at that. Complete dominance in neutral. Even though Ibiki is not someone most would take as a top-tier character. There was a time in the IRC, I've said this a few times in the past on other streams, there was a time in the IRC, Ibiki was looked at as a farce. And Homeless Dragon took that personally. He has told me that a few times, that he thought the people who said the IRC knew what they were talking about, and since then he has fought tooth and nail to explore the full wealth of eccentricities Ibiki has to offer. Good backdash from Law. That was very smart of him to realize what Ibiki was trying to do. And good job waiting your turn. A little bit too low for the backbreaker, and that's a big whip punish. Asuka will be trying to keep Hugo contained in the corner, gets a lariat instead. But ESPN can. Momentum back there, but no link from the overhead. Crossfield gets a big jump in, and most likely, yes, gets a win for Homeless Dragon. It is now 1-0 HD.
Red team win.
This is a duel featuring Arizona's finest. Both of these players come from the great state of Arizona. Go Suns! Thank goodness that Sarver is on the way out. Yeah, so the new owner, Ishbia, seems to be a stud. I'm looking forward to the Phoenix Suns maybe finishing the job in the playoffs. They are very much the Buffalo Bills or Minnesota Vikings of the NBA. And now these two Arizonans will take out their respective sports frustrations out on each other. Your Pandora's Mayhem. Still going. Still going. Okay. So, the target combo, especially that one ending in that high kick, it can end in two ways. You can either jump cancel it, or you can use those jump cancel frames to cancel into special moves, either those rapid kicks or the dash run, where Even Key can go up in your face or run behind you. However, we saw someone just throw Even Key out of that run earlier in this tournament. Such options as well. You have to think about what situation you're in. Even Key has that block string. For now, though, this is Asuka's time to give you phobias of all kinds, thanks to her own high-low game and her ability to deal lots of damage in a variety of ways. So, Asuka is often compared to Heihachi, and I have Heihachi above Asuka because I think Heihachi has a better toolkit for the general complete cross-Tekken package, while Asuka's toolkit is more inclined to really double down on her ability to put a high-low game on players, as well as her block strings. That crouch medium kick, I didn't realize, good job chasing down Even. Might have been accident though, I'm not sure. No, maybe because that was, I believe, that was the back medium kick. So I wonder, was it an accident or was it autocorrect? I'm not sure. Either way, it worked out great for Homeless Dragon. That was a fantastic round for Phantom Striker. I think it worked out good for Homeless Dragon. It did. Worked pretty poorly for Homeless Dragon, to be honest. Anyway, I'm so used to saying to the Homeless Dragon that when someone puts him on the ropes, I go into spasms, I suppose. Because I've had trouble with Homeless for quite some time now. I've come close a few times since that one Evo that he beat me in 2018, but overall he has had my number. And most everyone's as well. That was smart. You made him think it was time to let go of block. It was not. A perfectly spaced crouch light kick ties it at one for Phantom Striker. Excellent stuff. Give that man a bigger round of applause than he just gave Asuka. Phantom Striker is a veteran in Streetfighterxtekken. He has placed top 4 many times. I mean, he placed and qualified in our Maturino League. You can't give him any. And so, Asuka has been retired. Here comes Rufus to take point, while Ibiki waits in the wings to pick up the scraps that Rufus leaves behind for her. Alternatively, you can see Rufus using his culinary expertise to serve up Ibiki a nice, healthy meal in the form of an airborne enemy that he has put in a flow state. We will see how many times it happens, because same time you got Law, and Law is almost the best trade character in the game. We talk about Sagat trades and stuff. Law seems to win almost every trade situation you can think of. There are so many stun situations that he has that make his moves much better than they already are. It's crazy. For now, though, Rufus is out, Ibiki is in, Ibiki putting the pressure on Law. We saw Ibiki shimmy a bit to see if she could catch where Law wanted to do. That time she didn't catch him that time, but here comes Hugo. Keep blocking. There's a lot that can happen bad for Hugo if he is not blocked correctly, being that he is so tall. A lot of almost instantaneous jump-ins can happen at his expense. Trade right there, too far to capitalize off of it. Oh, what a trade again! This time it was the counter hit forward heavy kick. That has a special stun on counter-hit crouching enemies. That's exactly what Hugo got. He was trying to go for those crouch lights, and as a result, that life lead is gone. Ibiki has a massive advantage now. Law will try and finish this. Still anyone's game, though. Time is running out. Still anyone's game. And now it looks bleak. Ibiki calmly walking back, knowing this is done. Nothing bad can happen as long as you're blocking that situation.
You can't back down now.
Rufus. So no dive kicking here. Not against a character like Law. You're going to have to go with his normals, and thankfully for Cross Tekken Rufus, his normals rock. That stand medium kick is so good. To be honest, so is a stand medium punch, depending on the situation. But for that spot, and that, Rufus can be a wall of buttons that a lot of characters can't reach easily. Like, I have him right around the same tier that Bison Vega is, depending how I feel that day. They kind of switch places. Right now, I think I had Bison, Rufus, Vega, but it could just easily be those three switching spots depending on how you feel that day. I think they're very similar characters in how they play Cross Tekken. Obviously, for other games, Rufus, Bison, and Vega aren't that similar, but with how they play Cross Tekken just being a big wall of buttons and relying on those massive buttons to put the hurt on enemies, I think they're very close to each other. And now Ibiki is telling Hugo, you are too close to me, here is a super as you land to put you away, as Homeless Dragon takes a 2-1 lead over Phantom Striker. Okie dokie. You are seeing a clinic for Rufus in terms of what can he do? It doesn't feel like doing a dive kick. Being that against Law, jumping is banned, and dive kick would definitely be part of that ban. This is what happens. He will set up for his partner. Now Ibiki will start her Oki. Washing is still going. But you can edit any way she wants. The main thing where, my goodness, that crouch medium kick reaches so far, and the fact that in a lot of cases it goes under raw launch, so ridiculous. It's meaty as well, and I think it's a really good startup. I think it's 5 frames. It's faster than it looks. It's one of those buttons that looks faster than it really, like it's faster than it looks is what I mean. Like, it looks kind of slow on startup. In reality, she's already sticking out her leg and you're already getting hit by the time her leg is fully planted. And it reaches so far, too. And she can convert easily into the target combo. And I forgot about that when I faced Homeless Dragon in the Matcherita League Finals. There we go, again with those frame traps. I'm not sure what Hugo wanted, but he got counter hit. Okie dokie. So, maybe... Oh, now you're getting fancy. Just, oh, look, charging right up, not afraid whatsoever. Letting it rip raw. The disrespect. Rapid kicks takes the round for Homeless Dragon.
What will happen next?
Big jumping. I love it. Finally, Phantom Striker has a chance to get momentum back. Up until that happened, EX Messiah kick. Watch your meter. I know. I forget how quickly or how little Homeless Dragon uses his meter, and he built it quickly too. That I will lose track of his resource while pressuring him, and then that happens. Momentum is gone. And now it is up to Phantom Striker to get it back, thanks to EX's Spirit Rush, another move you have to watch out for depending on your opponent's resources. Big jump in, nobody home. EX clap, thankfully, did not connect with Edie in that situation. Watch it. Oh, he wanted to get some fancy with that far heavy kick stuff in the corner. Want to get those palm loops again, most likely. Smart. Going ham with EX SPD. Making sure whatever kind of empty dive shenanigans Ruiz Juan was going to pan out for him. Unfortunately, that did. The second hit, the can connected. I'm telling you, that move has weird invincibility frames on it that you don't think are on it, especially as a jump-in. It could just be that the second hit comes out faster than you're anticipating, but either way,
Blue team wins.
Homeless Dragon is up 3-1.
My fists will give you amnesia.
I'm ready. Fight!
I'll fight you, little one.
It's all on the line.
Homeless Dragon just needs to win this set in order to win Pandora's Mayhem this month. And he has been on a tear since he returned to these events, because I moved to Saturday at the request of the player base since they wanted to focus on football on Sundays. And that has allowed Homeless Dragon to participate more since his days are usually more available on Saturdays than Sundays for his job and his general wonderful life. So, Homeless Dragon, thank you for returning to the fold. It has been interesting. It has been a treat watching you play thus far. And I look forward to watching you showcase your skills at EVO. I have said many times I have major plans for Cross Tekken at EVO for 2023, and you see a diamond on the middle bottom of your screen. That is Fresh Cut, and they have been instrumental in helping me realize those ambitions. We will see if they pan out the way I expect them to. It'll be tons of fun either way. Right now, Fam Striker had a lot of fun at Ibuki's expense. Backbreaker. It's been a fantastic round so far. That could be it. It is. Phantom Striker gets around and tells Homeless Dragon it's not over yet.
This feeling is comfort.
If Phantom Striker can get a full game off Homeless Dragon, a 3-2 deficit is a lot easier to come back from than 4-1. Oh, okay, misses the cancel right there. Oh, God. Big! Big! I love that word big, because Ruiz is big. Even though, hit hurtbox-wise, he might not be as big as he looks. Either way, he got a major cross-up. Massive. As is that stand light kick. Homeless Dragon decides to keep Ibuki in the game. Jump in. Stand meet and punches. Still Ibuki's turn. Raw launch. Nobody home. Time to bring the pain. Whiff punish with plenty of space or lack thereof to make it happen. In this situation, Cross Assault was used to halt the momentum and... Okay! Cross Assault was used to halt momentum, and instead Ibuki decided to send Hugo packing and throw a super to Law once he was out of harm's way. Just letting Law know I haven't forgot about you. Ibuki and Rufus making it happen in amazing, highlight-worthy fashion. So now that I'm back on my own YouTube page, I'll tell you, be sure to check out my Fresh Cut. That's where I put all of my highlights and clips. I might move to YouTube Shorts in the near future, but for now, I just enjoy the convenience of Fresh Cut and the fact that Fresh Cut is directly helping me with my Cross Tekken EVO ambitions. Check out Fresh Cut. It is an app for gaming clips. Great for your TLDR needs. And speaking of TLDR, is this just formality happening? Let's see what Striker can do to add some drama back to this set. Because after that last round, you have to think that momentum, if it wasn't already on Homeless Dragon's side, definitely is now. Got the counter hit from that forward heavy kick. Jump in, alpha counter, bringing in the Law. Ibuki does not care about the Law. She is a ninja. She works above the law, beyond the law. And at the moment, she is trying to escape the law since... Or not! You think she's trying to escape. In reality, she has lured the law right into her criminal trap with the crouched light OS into launcher. Next game, we'll take it for Homeless Dragon. Dizzy already? I thought I had low stun.
I'm ready. Fight!
Phantom Striker has put up a valiant effort, but the beatings that Homeless Dragon delivers are literally best in the world. Again, this is someone who has won EVO. And despite what some people may say, everything is earned in Streetfighterxtekken regardless of how old it gets. Because now you are entering an era where everyone still like Streetfighterxtekken is good to varying degrees. Everyone, bare minimum, has a good handle on their combos and a general sense of neutral. So everything you get hit by is probably optimal. And in Homeless Dragon and Phantom Striker's case, they also know the situations where to start doing certain things. So I think Law may have been expecting the crouch medium kick there, but got slid on. Since Homeless Dragon put the brakes on. Knowing there's no rush, but there might— oh no! Homeless Dragon blocks the overhead. Phantom Striker thought for sure that was a moment. Alas, it was not. Fortunately for Phantom Striker, has plenty of health up until that happened. A massive cross-up falls to the face. It's hard to tell which direction Roos will hit you in, especially in that situation, with either be the cross-up or the jump-heavy punch. Both of which hurt, and both of which are greatly advantageous to Rufus's needs to bring in his partner, as Homeless Dragon is now on set points. Tournament points, matter of fact.
I'm over here.
Duh. Oh, okay. So there was no point doing anything there, so I think Law would not have been able to come out in time, because Law was still running away. Oh, no, two. Launcher! Predictable. Looks like too low on the ground, but Hugo and Phantom Striker are not afraid of mad scrambles when combos don't connect the way they expect. Ooh, okay, so we talked earlier about Ibuki's OS and launcher, and then Law decided to throw out something on his own volition with the crouch light punch. I wonder that works for Bison versus Rufus. I'll have to look at that later. Thank you, Phantom Striker, for the ideas. I will go in the lab with that. However, despite one moment of drama, it seems like drama is not going to pan out very well. Or maybe it will. I was expecting Ibuki to let loose the super. It was not necessary, because Ibuki held in there, brought in Rufus, a bunch of snake strikes, seals the deal. Homeless Dragon is first place in your January 2023 Pandora's Mayhem. Phantom Striker. Alright everyone, here is what I am going to do. There is one more set to play, and I'm going to commentate that in just a moment. I need to pull up the game, and now they have the right people in the chat, they can remind me of the order. Coldman, would you be so kind as to tell me which characters you played to start and who you finished with, and then I'll know the order, because the upload came up funny when I got the matches on Sunday.
Streetfighterxtekken.
Okay, so now we're going to gonna write this order down. Oh, okay. Coleman's gonna find the exact order. Let's see here. Okie dokie, we are ready to begin. I'm pulling up everything, make sure I have everything I need. I have my match order right here. Beginning. Okie dokie, so now we are going to have Phantom Striker and Coldman Russo to decide who will be in second and third place. Homeless Dragon is our champion, but this is who will decide the runner-up. Phantom Striker on the left, Coldman Russo on the right. Coldman is starting off with Cody and Steve. That is a meta kind of team, and I have no quarrel with it. I'm just curious to see what Coldman Russo will do since Cody has not done so great so far this tournament. I like the knife normals. I don't see many Codys use a knife, even though in Streetfighterxtekken they have its uses. There are greatly improved hitboxes on a lot of those buttons that use the knife, and there's also increased damage as well, and increased range. It's just Cody has such a good toolkit, even if he doesn't have the knife, so I understand why some aren't in a rush to pick it up. Phantom Striker was able to alpha counter out of what looked to be certain doom, but Coldman Russo continues to put pressure on with a side switch setup. Hugo is in big trouble against his longtime nemesis Cody. But that happened, and then that happened. First round goes to Coldman Russo. Phantom Striker knew he was screwed the moment that boost didn't hit the way he wanted, so he decided to forfeit.
Do you have what it
Or
takes?
maybe he was trying to tag cancel into law, but didn't get the timing right. So in that situation, I would have gone for the close medium kick to hit twice. It's easy to tag cancel safely with. You can boost into that as well. It's been a great round so far from Phantom Striker. He got the length from the overhead, but he didn't get the follow he wanted. That could have been the death of Cody, or at least the knockdown of Cody, since it's only round 2. And in Street Fighter, no one really dies in Street Fighter. They just get really big boo-boos. I mean, how many people have stayed dead in Tekken, as a matter of fact? So it kind of goes both ways. I think King 1's the only one to have stayed dead, as well as the first Kuma, because Kuma's one died of old age. And Steve is about to be knocked on his keister due to not expecting the crouch medium kick to creep up on him. Creep on, my friend. Creep on.
It's all or nothing now.
Let's see what happens now. Jump in. The jump in was not put in place by Law. He was swinging to get the enter he wanted. Colvin Russo is keeping it modest right now with the setups. Went for a throw, pressuring with the extended poke that is Steve's fireball. Crouch medium punch is very important when it comes to Steve's footsies. There's a good hitbox on it, and you can cancel it into the light upper from the dash, which then leads to all of this crazy stuff. And of course, he has forward medium punch as well, since it has a good deal of range to it because it moves him forward. Interesting thing happened there. Maybe he was not sure what he was expecting there, but either way, he is just going to charge Lariat and tag cancel Law. Law gets a birthday gift. Hugo decides to unwrap the present, but doesn't get the full amount of the gift card he got. No anti-air there either from Phantom Striker. That proximity issue with certain characters. I know how it feels. However, he got to do it overhead, but Steve couldn't finish the food. That could have been the game. And because of that, Hugo flexed through the alpha counter, but again, could not catch him with the backbreaker. Bringing Hugo once more. He has a massive life lead, and time is running out. He hops over the reversal and gets the win. Clever stuff from Hugo. He is smarter than your average potato.
You can beat me. Look at my
Game
muscle.
1 goes to Phantom Striker.
Team wins.
Phantom Striker, he's a veteran, and you have to respect the veteran. Coleman Russo is someone who came back to us recently, and we appreciate having him here. However, the set is still young. Things can still develop. We'll see exactly what that development is in this next game. This is the first of 5 after all, and this will determine the runner-up to this month's Pandora's Mayhem. Do I sound alright, everybody? Coleman Russo has benched Cody. It is now time for an entirely new team. Dudley and Abel.
On guard, s'il vous plaît.
Let the madness begin.
Okie dokie. Let's see how Coleman Russo can make it go he needs. And we've seen him use that light smattering of machine gun blows to great effect at the mid-range, as well as far range. There were a lot of times against Goji, he would do the heavy, long lunging verge machine gun blow and get results, as well as the EX machine gun blow. Okay, we got the sweep all the way from out there, but raw launcher, what are you doing? We were trying to catch me with a low, high-low mix, not the day, sir. No sirree. Machine gun blow into Abel, just enough block stun to get the throw game started. Oh, okay. Whatever Hugo wanted, he just backdashed right into Abel's trap. I wonder how much more damage Abel could have gotten to anticipate that. It might have just been, he didn't realize Hugo would evade like that. Here comes the Law. Fought the Law. Law's in your face. Reversal, but there's so much meter. What's going to happen now? There is an EX Fist Fury Rush or an EX Flip Kick waiting for you, Abel, if you get careless with how you set up your throw game. Or you can your EX tackle through. whatever Law wanted to press, you can just laugh at that. A big hearty laugh from the Frenchman.
Don't fall behind.
Couple of punches to the extremities has this round
Is that
secured for
truly
Coldman
all
Russo.
you're capable of?
Will the tide of battle turn?
Next slide. Okay. You're seeing Law using that jump heavy kick. Such a massive hitbox. And it's useful in this matchup since Dudley might try dashing forward or use one of lunging attacks and... Oh no! That is so ridiculous. Finally, the Fist Fury Rush results in a situation that doesn't favor Law because Hugo pushed Dudley right out of the hit stun, and now it is fighting Phantom Striker in the worst possible way. But you hate to see it happen. And you have to respect all of these strings from Abel, and the moment you start respecting too much, that's when you get thrown! Like there! And because he got thrown there, that means whatever setup that Phantom Striker wanted to do got negated because of the throw animation. This time he gets Fist Fury Rush completely uninterrupted. Stay back, Hugo. You're doing more harm than good. Still going. No flip kick there, but there is the anti-air there with a crouch heavy punch. Okay. Stand light kick, stopping the wheel kick. EX tackle again. It is now tied at 1. Coldman Russo, cold as ice, and his heart beats liquid nitrogen. No pressure whatsoever, even though he was down a game, and now it is tied at 1. Let's see if he can keep that momentum going. Coldman Russo has tied it at 1, and
On garde, s'il vous plaît.
could go either way at this point. You can never underestimate the fundamentals and veteran instincts of Phantom Striker. I remember when Phantom first came to our Discord, he wasn't nearly as good as he is now. And I like to think that him playing all the other officers as well as veterans like Ice and Homeless Dragon greatly expedite his progress, because he is a force to be reckoned with. Again, he plays in the top 4 of Matcherino League, and I am happy for all of the success that he has enjoyed here at Pandora's Mayhem, whether it be here or on Arturo's channel. This time, though, there is no success to enjoy, as Coldman Russo drops a humiliating perfect on
Is
him.
that truly all that you
Or
are
a
capable of?
not quite perfect. I think got a chip in.
Don't look.
Yep, it was a chip. Either way, it looked close to a perfect. High-low mix for Dage, and on top of that, Dudley has a nice reversal in his DP. And he has some decent buttons as well, but it's not when you do stuff like that. His target combos are very useful as well as for cross tech. He has not just the boost combos, but his target combos as well. And to be honest, if you learn all the target combos, they work just as well in most situations. I also like how he uses Thunderbolt to get out of trouble. It's not a move you see often throughout most of the match, because it's a very esoteric move. But he is familiar with situations that you want to use it in. And once again, guys, I am a Matcherino partner. I know it's not about Arturo, but might as well say it here. I'm a Matcherino partner still, in spite of all that. Matcherino is a fully crowd-funded platform. All the money that you see on that bottom of the screen is going right to players. I don't see a dime of it because, again, it's a crowd-funded esports platform. It is for the players to enjoy. If you want to support all the players who have taken their time to give you this show of a lifetime, please drop some Sadaka in the pot. The Matcherino link is in the chat. Meanwhile, back to our show. Phantom Striker has turned things in his favor. And you want to be careful doing boost combos like that. You never know at this level who knows their punches depending on spacing. However, 8 seconds left, 7 seconds left. I think Striker is just going to wait him out, or wait for him to make a mistake like he did there, jump in. The round is now 1-1.
Sharpen your senses.
Who will come out on top?
Careful. You always gotta be careful. Oh, come on. I want to see some more flip kicks, Striker. You were doing them so much earlier. You didn't want to do it against Dudley because that jump elbow is ridiculous. I mean, I've stuck many times.
You have my full attention.
Meanwhile, Dudley's anti-airing with crouch heavy kick. I don't see that every day. However, he flinched because of the creeping crouching medium kick, and here comes Hugo. Laws back in. Rightfully, decisively in Striker's favor. Good whip punish. Nobody holding that machine gun blow, and this should be the round. Striker is now up 2-1. Once again, the match arena link is in the chat. Alrighty, next slide.
On guard, s'il vous plaît. I'm ready. Fight!
I'll fight you, little one.
It's all on the line.
And Striker up 2-1 on Coldman Russo. Coldman once again trying to regain momentum. Got knocked down, and he got... Oh, we tried to go for the fancy stuff at the overhead, but didn't get it, unfortunately. And whip punish again. This is how the last game ended, whip punishing off the missed machine gun blows. You had to be a certain spot to do that and not get caught by the pattering of hitboxes that come with that move. And also because the ending machine gun blow has a bigger hitbox than the rest of the smattering that he does in that move. I do like how Phantom Striker is using the pushback on his normals to condition the opponent to stand up a lot so he can throw in that crouch medium kick and a boost. In the perfect spot where it'd be hard to punish as well. So that's optimal space for Phantom Striker and his block strings. Good stuff. Then Russo has got Hugo locked the corner. Dudley gets the overhead and still doesn't get the overhead combo he wants. You hate to see it happen. The elbow is blocked. The tag in Abel just use that life lead he has to take some of the punishment that Hugo is putting upon him. However, Abel tosses Hugo away like yesterday's trash as Hugo tries to escape. And now it could be anybody's game until that happens. Still anybody's game. It's tight. However, clutch anti-airs from Abel. And then the forward medium kick into the ending of this round. So much hit advantage.
How have you survived?
He made Law look both ways, and then Abel crossed the street and flipped the script upon him. Excellent maneuvering from Coldman Russo. It's a good thing this set is last because, wow, this has been one classic after another every single game thus far. Still battering Law with these overheads, but can't quite get the enders he wants. However, he got some of those hard links, so shouts to him. Hugo dashing in and just dashes into his doom there because Abel waited him out and opened him up with those block strings. Where are you going? There is no EXSPD for you, so I'm going to go airborne. And now you're going to be planted to the ground. Planted ground once more, tornado throw. One more thing should do it. Wheel kick, and now it is tied at 2. Coldman Russo snatches momentum, and now it's anybody's set. Phantom Striker. He's a officer of the Discord, and he has seen all sorts of opponents come through its doors. But Coldman Russo has been a quick study using his fundamentals from other Street Fighter games to quickly become one of the stronger players in our community. And our community has gone through a number of phases. It's actually really nice to see how strong everyone has gotten between the people who played here as well as the revival of the European scene. We have been away from Europe for a while, and we're going to do another European tournament this Saturday, and the stream will be a few days after that. I would like to see Japan get back into it too, and now we have offline events. There's more reason to train up for when they travel overseas and see what the Westerners are up to. Abel bringing the pressure to Hugo. Hugo does not have many good reversals. You saw earlier, EX-SPD was easily predicted. There may still be time for EX Lariat. However, a clutch jump followed by a splash brings in Law only to get tossed away, trying to go for that meaty slide, and there was a tornado throw waiting for you. While doing so, don't get cute with me, says Abel. I'm the only one who can be cute because I love animals and I'm French. So right now, Abel is trying to show Law just how sophisticated and refined he is. Law is not amused. He's just going to do junkyard stuff and bring in Hugo, who is going to take the junk out. Only for Abel to say, nope, never mind, I'm going to throw it instead. It's tight. It's tight. Hugo got it. That was really, really close. I had a feeling Hugo, just because he's a bigger health pool, and even though Vigil is having lower health, the extra points add up. Yeah, he is. Abel is so cool. I miss him. I'm hoping Manon has like a ballerina version of the brainless super and EX tackle. And it looks ridiculous. It has all the armor and wall bounce that it has Streetfighterxtekken. I would love that. Big elbow from Dudley. But what are you doing? Machine gun blow? No, one bullet, and I will just have it bounce off my chest, and a big lariat for you. I'm tackling for you. They're trading YOLOs, and it is Hugo who flinches, and Law who has to pay the price. Some friend you are, Hugo. You are a bad potato. Wheel kick, but no conversion. I guess you'd expect Law to back out of that situation. EX tackle. You have to respect that forward beam kick. It's a big hitbox. And lots of bad things can happen if Abel manages to hit it and then dash forward. Lots of time to link into stuff. Also lots of time to do block pressure if you manage to block it. Hugo has out jab. Abel. Law comes in to continue the corner carry. Backbreaker. Time is running out. What are you going to do? You're going to throw him. Won't make a difference. Throw won't make a difference. You won't make a difference. Tristan Thompson, double T.
You can beat me.
Phantom Striker is now up 3-2.
Blue team wins.
Abel has been benched, left to care for his animals, and to have his baguette. So now it is time for the British to save the day.
I'll take on any challenge.
Dudley and Steve, the British boxers. We will see if their gentlemanly ways are enough to take down Team Junkyard, Law and Hugo. And Dudley, Steve, again, I think Dudley can be played in either position. Steve, I think, is more of a anchor character because it's just so much better for him to be in your face already when he comes in. But all the same, Coleman saying when this match happened, his beloved Mrs. was trying to communicate with him. Shoutouts to Mrs. Coleman and all the great stuff that she does for the household of Coleman Russo. Right now, Coleman Russo is trying to bring honor to his house by overcoming this one-game deficit. Doing a great job so far. He has been going through this long round with nary a blemish. Was that a perfect? It looks like it. No, it was a chip.
You ready to make another go?
Think about how long that round was and to not take any clean hits whatsoever. That is a testament to how deftly maneuvered Coleman Russo's Dudley really is. And now we're just going to go for the straight duffs. The big jumping elbow did not get flip kicked, and Law paid a heavy price for his hesitance to enforce the jump ban. Alrighty. So, Hugo trying to come in, move forward at the same time with collapse, but though he said, nah, whatever. EXSPD is there, and that was the answer for Dudley jumping elbow. However, YOLO machine gun blow catches Hugo unawares, and look at the conversion that Steve got. Hey, Hugo said, hey, I got armor too, Steve. Don't be doing that to me. You stop that first. You stop that first, Steve. Yeah, there you go. You gotta finish your food there. You gotta take 2 hits, not just one. You wanna beat my armor. Alpha counter, bringing in Law, no choice. Hugo taking quite a beating, absorbing all these attacks. But now Law has the life lead. Hugo has done his part. We'll see if Law can do his. Up until that happened, medium, into Stephen A. Fox. Only to walk into EX Fist Fury Rush. Such junkyard tactics from Phantom Striker. Anyone's game. Getting close. It is still Phantom Striker's round to lose. One more hit. Oh no. Striker got it.
Sharpen your senses.
So close, though. We are on round 3. Oh, okay, so when that happened, Law lifted his leg, and that lifted his hurt box just enough to avoid the elbow. So no one got anything. Now that was deft evasion from Law right there. Straight out of the Matrix. Big Duff. There you go. Against Law jumping his band, you got the flip kick. And you got the... Oh, no, you dropped it! No worries, you still have the corner up until that happened. That is not where you need to slide, so now you're just gonna get confirmed on. Steve, however, dropping stuff too. That could have been a trip right to the corner had he finished that. However, he does dig that. Target combo into the link, into Duddles. It is now tied at 3. Back and forth we go here at Pandora's Mayhem. No matter what tricks you use on me, I will defeat them with proper etiquette. The British boxers have tied it up at 3. This is a first of 5.
I'll take on any challenge that you got.
Whoever takes this next game will be 1 game away from taking the whole set. So this is a very, very important game. I mean, as a Suns fan, you can imagine how I feel about Game 7s these days. And Phantom Striker probably isn't thinking about that, but being he's from Arizona, I'm going to bring it up anyway. Phantom Striker, do it for Devin. Do not lose this Game 7 like he did. Like the whole Suns team did. Well, Coleman Russo slowly... Not slowly, he has a good walk speed. Colby Russo is carefully picking apart Phantom Striker, knowing that his Arizonian confidence has been shattered by this forced Game 7. We will see how Phantom Striker tries to get momentum back. Can he break the curse of Game 7 that all Arizonians must weather? The answer is maybe not, because a YOLO machine gun blow into a rather creative juggle from Steve has put momentum firmly in Colby's favor this round. They are trading normals, not finding the space they want for either one. Up until that happened, moving in and still got the combo. He got the X-Sonic thing too. He lost the corner as well. Now he is out in the corner. Up until Steve said, I can throw you anyway, you're still too slow. It's actually pretty smart, because Komaruso has done that a number of times now, and he's done that to not just punish Shumi the way out, but to make himself invulnerable whatever Law wants to do. That's very important to take the time as well. Raw launcher! Is it enough to beat him though? One mix! Will you get hit? No, you won't! And that was enough to take the round for Colby Russo.
You can't win if you can't hit.
Will the tide of battle turn?
Okie dokie. Dudley moving, swaying back and forth, trying to find that opening. And Law wants that sneaky kick of his to bring in Hugo, because they can just Shaolin kick and have enough meter for Hugo to be there. Trying to find that sweet spot. Once again, look at the footsies being played right now between two players. Whip kick, there you go, against Law. Jumping is banned. Phantom Striker caught himself a big British fish. Yeah, look at that. He wants that big hitbox of stand heavy kick. He wants to play footsies. I'll just keep doing it until I catch something. There is Steve. Slowly but sure moving his way in. That overhead's not very scary by itself, but it builds up over time. He's blocking. Oh, there you go! He got special stun as well from that forward medium punch. Cross assault. We caught something. The combo's still going until it ended there. Now it is anybody's round. Up until that happened. Now it is Colby Russo's round. It continues to be in Colby Russo's favor. Set is wild. Uh-oh, SPD! That actually might do it for Phantom Striker. If he can get that Nixon, he got it. He got it. The round is Phantom Striker. Up until that happened! No! Game 7 blowed. Arizona continues to weep as Colby Russo is now up 4-3 and 1 game away from taking this set. I have to ask Colby Russo, where are you from again? Are you Texan? Are you Luca's agent here in this tournament? Just like Scrubs? Because you're Texan, I'm side-eyeing you. See? There you go. There you go. You're in Texas now. By the way, I'm in Richmond, Virginia. Where are you from, Virginia? Are you RBA? Or are you like up in DMV or SOVA where you're from? If you're Navy, you might be from SOVA. Like, I don't know what your history is. SOVA, okay. I drive down to SOVA a bunch for sets. So if you ever back down visiting family, let me know and I'll introduce you to the crowd down at the Game On Center in Norfolk. I also I'm one of the guys who runs what's becoming an annual event down in Hampton called Beast the East, and I'm the main Matcherino partner there. I have a good history there too. If you're ever in SOVA around like September, October, let me know. I'll show you that as well. We're trying to build the event up so it can be like an established FGC yearly event. Yeah, you Were you there when Winback was there? Winback is so funny. Like, I can listen to Nick talk all day. I love talking to Whodad as well, Trey. Trey and I trained a lot for the TMNT Match Arena League Finals. Alright. Next slide. Alright, that is funny. I will tell him that Coleman Russo says hi. Because maybe I can tell him you got second place. And he'll be proud about that. Yeah, I know. Nick is fantastic. And you are fantastic because you are one game away from taking this set. Let's see what fans are going to say about that. But being Heat Blue, a Game 7 for the state of Arizona, I don't know. This seems to be firmly in VA/Texas' control. Yeah, that is funny. Jamie's really cool too. Aim for the feet. And you just aim for the head right there with that elbow. Pressure continues. The trades continue up until the big jump kick from Law brings in Hugo. Big lariat.
Take my place.
Okie dokie. Shooting a blow in the trade. That's happened so many times. I know Law really wants that crouch medium punch, but Dudley's got the exact same frames on his moves, and in these scrambles, I am looking at Russo to outlast Striker just based on what's happened the last several times. Mainly because Phantom Striker doesn't have enough meter for EX's Fury Rush, so you can just go ham on him in pressure. So that forward heavy punch isn't launched afterwards, but it does stop momentum in its tracks. It does hurt. So it's good to throw out to get that little bit of extension on your normals, depending on where neutral is at the time. That you do. That you do, Homeless. Oh, okay, this time the elbow got stuck with just a jump light. However, not there. That time, Hugo just caught an elbow right to the top of his head. Sonic Fang. And a continued push to the corner. He does not get the throw. Hugo was ducking. Alpha counter. No chip bringing Law. Phantom Striker's tournament run is on the line. It is one round away for Coleman Russo's runner-up victory, and it looks to be almost there. He baits it, doesn't get the punish, doesn't get the punish there either! Raw launcher, nobody home, machine gun blow, and that is Pandora's Mayhem for January. Second place is Coleman Russo, third place is Phantom Striker. Good show, everybody. Nothing but praise for everybody who played, and there will be more players to praise in the very near future. The reason why is there is a European tournament on Saturday, and the stream will be soon after that. If it's not Sunday, it will be sometime later in the week. Additionally, there will be a North American tournament next month, and that's going to be a simultourney with players from the DMV area playing offline and online using the business class Ethernet of the Cave. Everyone, it has been a pleasure seeing you guys do what you do best, which is show off high-level Street Fighter Cross Tekken.